Hmm. Well, it's because I was streaming through my PlayStation. Because um, advert. There we go. Oh. um, Hello, everyone, and welcome to our next session of D&D. Uh, at the end of the last session, you had awoken hunger, and this hunger can't be dealt with a Snickers. It's already lunch. It's already lunch. It's already lunch. Therefore, it's unlocked. Okay, sorry, just double checking something. Okay, to the fourth. Okay, so I just realised I hadn't actually exported several things, so I'm just quickly doing that while I remember, and I'm on the right. No, There we go. All sorted. Right. So, at the end of the last session, you awoke hunger. Um, so, how would you like to? Well, it just sort of looks around. It's like, she looks over at you. Hmm. I definitely owe you each a favor for having woken me. But you don't need to decide that now. I think it'd probably be best if we left here. These, hmm, I've only ever been referred to as hunger. Hmm, you seem, you seem different to the others. You don't want any. You don't want anything from me. Hmm, no, not really. They tried to use me. She hops down off of the altar. Hmm, walking. Hmm, I don't like it. Hmm, I suppose I'll have to get used to it. Oh no, no, I have to get used to this. I seem to be stuck in this prehensile shell. Hmm, at least for the time being. Hmm. So those other four, they're not with you. They're a group of they're a group of people approaching. Can't you see them? No, from the walls. And you should prepare yourselves. Several of the spectres you've seen suddenly seem to become solid, stepping on the ruins as they approach. Yeah, they're solid now. That's all right. I don't think I get any viewers from outside the UK. Well, actually, no, I know I do, but they're like usually for only a few seconds, or they think they're usually trying to sell me something, like yesterday. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's all I can really say to that. Okay, so well, yeah, everyone, because we might as well roll for everyone, because sorry, what did you? Who got a 14? Yeah, yeah. Okay, the only one I haven't got is Bang. Okay, and I forgot I haven't loaded the last two. Okay, I think it's everyone now. Yep. Okay, so Bernadette is first. Bernadette's not even in the same room. Yeah, there are some. There are several specters in her way between them and you, the ones you walk through. Yeah, at the end of the hallway. Um, um, no, they're outside. They're well, actually uh, just going to turn off the dynamic lighting because it's just proving to be a pain in the ass now. Because it is lit in here. Um, hold on. Maybe if I place a light, that will. There we go. Well, that's the ones you walked through last session. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah. First one's dead. Yeah, that's a hit. Okay. Um, it, Unfortunately, it's their turn. They got 22s on their initiative. Okay, so how far away are they? Oh, they are a long way away. They are not going to be able to get to you. So they are going to have to use their spears on the closest target, which is going to be Bernadette. So they're going to throw their living fire spears at her. So, okay, she's got AC of 16. Ooh, not a good start. Nat 20. No, first turn of combat. Can't use reactions first turn of combat. People always forget that. They're like, so yeah, that's a hit. Well, crit damage. 13 fire damage. Then an additional 5 from the effect of burning blood. Just take a con save. She passed. It's a mystical blade that when it hits you, causes your blood to burn. Um, Second attack, but they miss on the second. Next one, it's attacking her because yeah, it missed. And it missed with its second. Freaking second nat 20. 8 fire damage. And then additional 1 fire damage. And then again, con save. Yeah, she succeeds. Okay, next one the is the Vampire spawn. Okay, it's going to. Um, oh, it's on the other. It's the one on the other side. That's the mage. That's the. So on my thing, their names are overlapping, so it's difficult to tell them apart. Okay, so that one's on the other side of the door. 5, 10, 15, 20. Which movement's it got? 30 feet. Oh yeah, it's going for deal with the holy man first. As you're the only one who because you're the only one who could potentially stop it. Well, the vampire's definitely undead. That's all right because he's coming to attack you. But he's missing with his first attack. Okay, I think he's actually missed on his second. Yeah, he has missed on his second. And third attack. Um, no, because it hasn't grappled you. So yeah, it did nothing at all. Nothing. Okay, now it's Sherry's turn. Yeah, Which one? This one? Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that hits. Nice. Mm, that's a miss. Mm, that's a hit. That's enough to kill the second one. Okay. And after her is the second vampire spawn. It's the one on the other side of the altar, who clambers over the altar and attempts to attack Kinryu from behind. Sneaky bastard. Oh, dirty 20 with slashing attack. 6 slashing damage. Okay. Roll only no, because grapple's changed since this was made. So, um, oh, it's been so long since I've done freaking grapple action. Other one grapple by hand. Using arm strike. Oh, rules. Grapple. Yeah, because they succeed, and you have to then break out of it. So you have to waste an action breaking out of it. Okay, so he's going to slash you with his other hand and miss. Does he get advantage from that? It's been so long since I've used grapple. It's like, no. Okay, so he's missed on his second grapple. However, one creature within 5 feet is willing or that has been grappled. It can bite you. So you need to roll a con saving throw. Yeah. Yeah. So you yeah. So you resisted. Um, so it wasn't able to bite you. Okay. The leader of the group's next. Well done. Yeah. Mm, oh my goodness. It shows how. Okay. The leader of the group is going to attempt to restrain the little girl and not have any success with it. Um, okay, Apanak is outside and is not going to do anything. Well, he's by the doorway and with the bride, and generally is just like, don't care. He sent his maid to do stuff. He's not getting paid for this. Bit of a bell end. Um, Okay, Steve. Okay, first Steve is going after Charleston Riz. Okay. Yep, that's all right. He isn't going to use. Uh, he's going to cast first level inflict wounds. So I have to roll to hit. Oh, he's actually managed it. Fucking hell. He actually managed it. Dirty 20. Oh, sorry. Okay, so you're getting hit by 3d10 necrotic damage. I'm honestly surprised that hit. That is not a melee character. Oh, you only did 4. Yes, you're taking 4 necrotic. Okay, second one. Yes. Um, second one is going to cast. Um, oh, these guys are like, hey, you have to load the spell. Um, okay, it's going to cast um Spirit Guardians. So yes, yes, basically. Um, okay, I think I've got a thing for this. Um, okay, but he's also going to move in as well. And anything, anything aside from the other rogue, um, the measure, circle, linger. Anything within 15 feet of it at the start of their turn needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Um, yes, because basically there are fey creatures that appear fiendish and blood-like flitting around inside that area, and if you fail your wisdom saving throw, you take 3d8 necrotic damage. On a successful save, you take half as much. It's been so long since I've played these guys, I forgot they had that ability. These were some of the first monsters I created. They are nasty when used in combination, but they've only got a tiny amount of health. So that's the end of its turn. The next two are basically going to do the exact same thing. So I might need to just get a... Yes, yes, because you would have overlapping of creatures running into you. No, no, they are not. Got a thing called spell something. Templates for assets for spells. That's what it is, because it's called templates for 5e spells. Just need a round one. Okay, I will use the... Okay, I'll use the fireball one and then shrink it. So that it's the same size as the other one. Okay, guard heart. Wisdom saving throw time. You need to give me 2 wisdom saving throws for Scarred Heart. You're in 2 of them. Yes, I've just cast 2 more. Yes. Radii. Okay. And your second one? Okay, so you passed the first one and failed the second one. Okay, so okay, so you're being hit by oh my goodness. I keep Okay, so 3d8, it's basically 3d8 twice, but you only take half the first one. So you take 7 necrotic. Yep, 7 necrotic from the first one, and 16 from the second. Get the frack out of that zone. It lasts 10 minutes. It doesn't matter if you kill him; it still lasts 10 minutes. Yeah, turn undead would actually move the spells away from you. So yeah, okay. Let's do the. I'll do the two crucial ones first. So the two thieves. One succeeded. The second failed. It depends on what sort of undead they are. Not all undead are actually weak to radiant. Yes, sorry, I forgot the other one. Um, that's a good point. Isn't it a 30-foot cone, or is it just all within 30 feet? All within 30 feet. So let's okay. Well, let's measure it out. It's all of them. Okay. Okay. So, okay. The next. So the other two thieves, as I'm closest to their stats at the moment. So what's the DC? Okay, so that one's failed. I think I'll have to put a marker on the ones that have. And it's also the two outside the door. So hold on. No, no, no. Send to the back. No, send to the back. I'm just putting the markers on the ground so that they're easier to click on the guys. So this one, the first one failed or the second one failed? Second one failed. Okay, so I'll add a token to the ones that have failed. Actually, I'll just make them. I'll just put a big yellow thing on them. Okay, and third one failed as well. That was when I started. Fourth one's failed. So only one of them has succeeded. They're going to be, well, they're going to be running away from you towards the bride. Um, okay, so the two, well, the mages. What you know? I'll do the leader next. The leader's failed. Okay, the mages. Number one, number two, and number three. All three of them have failed. So that's uh, that one, that one, and that one. Oh no, I accidentally put one on the vampire. Okay, so the vampires are next. Well, the vampire spawn. Oh my goodness. And they failed. Oh no, no, one. The one outside the door has succeeded. Well, actually, no, it was yeah, the one. No, the one who is um oddly enough, it's the one who's right beside you. Um, I was going to say you have pretty much done that. You've affected um all the mages, three of the rogues, um, one of the vampires, and the leader. So they all take 4d8 radiant damage. Okay. Can you roll the 4d8? Uh, yeah, just use the dice. Okay, so that's okay. So the three thieves are dead that were affected. Yeah, it was Purin who kicked their ass. Okay. Yeah, that's all of them. Let's raise you. Not a, three of the three. Well, actually, all the ones that failed the wisdom saving throw took damage. It killed um three of the thieves. Um, is that a concentration spell? Yes, it is concentration. They just didn't. Um, so yeah, that one. Yep, all done. Took me a moment to tidy up. Just one of the um concentration circles. Hey Phil, sorry, I was. And the creatures that have walked up to you have had their turn, so they can react. want to talk to the manager. That's Mondays. The Bomb Simulator. Cool. So what are you little beastkins doing? They're being attacked by specters until next turn, and then they're going to be facing something unpleasant. Now, if I remember correct, well, I'm going to check something with turn undead because I'm pretty sure that they get to retest eventually. Hold on, it ends early if they take damage. But yeah, I was going to say after the initial damage thing. Otherwise, it would end. Otherwise, it would end immediately. Yeah, it does say that doesn't end it. Yeah. Mm. Just gonna check the detail on that because I can't remember what the restriction on that one is. Magic action. Each undead of your choice within 30 feet must make a wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails, it has frightened and incapacitated. So it can't act, it can't speak. Its concentration is broken. So it can't take any action, bonus action, reactions, and has frightened. Okay. And they have to move away from him. Oh no, they don't. Oh no, it's part of frightened. Um, oh no, that's what it is. They can't move any closer. It's not they move away; they just can't move closer. But it means the spellcasters are pretty much useless because they can't cast. Well, that's their turns done then. So Kinryu, it's your turn. Wisdom saving throw, please. That's a fail. 17 necrotic. 17. Uh, yes, but um, the one who is grappling you is afraid now, so basically you they've let you go. There is a cat, a dragon, a lion. Mm. The ones who are afraid of you can't attack you. They can't react. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hit. Mhm. Just yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah, that hit. Yeah. The the one behind you can't attack you. The one in front of you can. So the one you would have the one you'd have to go by can hit you as you yeah. Yeah, yeah he took the damage in his turn. Okay. It's anything else you can do this turn? Okay, it's the homunculus's turn. Um, she's going to. What the hell? She's ticked off, and she's been partially possessed by hunger, so she's gonna blast that undead who's hitting us with fire damage with mm, hellish rebuke to second level. The vampire is here. She's gonna cast on the one who's got you pinned with the spell. Well, the one who's casting oh, I can't even remember what he's called. The AoE spell. So it takes 22 fire damage and dies because it only has 14 health. Glad the servant was actually helping. And ends its turn. So next is Brandy. She can't make it all the way there. Her 40 feet of movement actually end by the other doors. Yeah, her bow would be in range. Yeah, nice. Okay, so what were you shooting? The fighters at the front. That one, yeah. Yeah. Okay. That's 12. So they both. How much do they both take? One takes the 12, and the other takes what? Just the 4. Okay. Let me just get back to that one. That hits. Okay, that one's blooded. Okay. It's Fang's turn. Yes. How far can Fang move? Yeah. I believe it's 40. Okay. Move into the room. So you've moved 12 feet. Well, 10 feet. Well, you're going to have it. Where did you want to move it to? Or move Fang? Okay, so. Well, it's just. You can get to there. I mean, you could charge it in, but then it won't get an attack. But it won't get an attack anyway from where it is. Yeah. Okay. Ryoko. Ryoko, even. I say it right. Same problem as Brandy. Do you want me to move her up so she can shoot through the door? Yeah. I'll put her to one side of the door where she can still get the shot. And not block the door in case anyone tries to get through. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah, that one's down. Yeah. Yeah, a hit. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Well, I believe that is that the end of your turn? No, he's yeah, he's after basically it's Ollie's go. Charleston Riz and then Skibbity. Yep. Second to last. Jacob's dead last with five. Uh, just last with five. So yeah, Charleston Riz, it is your turn. Hmm, technically, you'd need to be here. Yeah, yeah. I was just correcting you because the where Mura was suggesting would be a with advantage with the girl with hunger, and at the moment she's not a party member. Okay, yeah, that's all right. No, that hit. Mm, yep. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Okay, because that's the one that you attacked earlier, isn't it? It's the one Kinryu attacked as well, isn't it? That one. Yeah. Okay, skibbity. Let's get you round the right way. So, So let's get you into the room. So, okay, here you've used half. So you've used 20. Well, you've used 20 feet. Okay. And last, all the way down in turn 28, is Jacob. Have him move in like the others. Yeah. Okay. Okay, we're back up to Bernadette. Sorry, what did you get? Sorry, 18. Yeah, even up on the stream. Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah, that's enough to take it out. Yeah, there's still two other enemies there. Okay, and all the soldiers are dead. So it's the vampire who was attacking Scarred Heart. Oddly enough, he was the only one who managed to get through this entire round unscathed. So he's going to attack Scarred Heart. 30, 25. It almost wasn't that funny. Well, actually, no, it was almost a 1. But then it rolled onto a 20. Well, 19. Okay, so that 7 slashing damage. So he's grappling you with his first attack. He's failed with his second attack. Can you roll me a con save? You succeeded. Prevented him doing quite a lot of damage to you. Because if you'd have failed that, he'd have bit you. And let's see. Don't think he has any other actions. No, he has a bonus action he could do. Mm, mm, no, he's not going to use his bonus action. Okay, it's Sherry's turn. Okay. I don't think it has any. Yeah, that's a miss. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hit. No. Okay, it's the other spawns go. The one who's right in the thick of it with Kinryu. Um, what the hell? He's going to go after the holy guy as well. Okay. Uh, no. He failed on his first. Oh, It survived. It got the second one. So it's also grappling you. They're ganging up on you. That's six slashing damage. That's because they desperately want to have a fight of you. Let's have some of that lion meat. Okay, con save. He's not for biting. He's not for biting. Leave me alone. Stop trying to bite me. Leave me. Neither of us are alive. We're both vampires. Um. Well, the leader can't do anything because, again, he's affected by. Apanak is on a coffee break. Mm, delicious. He's not. He's not. He's not Randy Daddy. Yeah, one's a drink and the other's a condiment. One there's a hot sauce. Okay, it's Scarthart's turn. Position, heal thyself. Posi- Okay, so the wizard by the door who isn't under the effect of the previous one still. Succeeded. The two vampires failed. Yes, but they do get a minus. Okay, those two vampires failed. Um, I, yeah, they all have disadvantage on ability check. So they failed. Well, the first one failed. Um, although that was the only one that succeeded. So that one failed. That one failed. That one failed. So I just got to do the last three mages. No, the last two mages. So I just did two. One of them. That one failed. That one failed. So yes. Yep. Pretty much all of them failed. Aside from that one guy over there. Yep. Yep. Roll your 4d8. Okay. Yeah. Um, none of them actually died from it. Close though. Yes. But they aren't dead yet. Okay. Yeah. They're on an amount which is they're on an amount which is above zero. That'll be a hit dice. Mm, yeah, basically. You use one of those. That's up for you and your party to decide. I was gonna say you're the one with the thing in front of you. Yeah. What's your hit die? Okay. Well, that's your hit. That's your die then. You heal 5 then. Okay. You're done after that. Okay. The one that's outside the door, gonna duck in the door and close the door. So let's get that right. 5, 10, close to the door. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now I'm gonna check his. Oh, 60-foot range. Nice. Okay, he's casting. I feel a bit of an asshole doing this. Okay, hopefully I've got one of these. Oh, we do have one. Awesome. Okay, that looks a bit small. Large creature. Keep make my monster grow. There's a large water elemental, well, a blood elemental. Um, spawns right beside you. You. They don't like you. You keep fucking with them with the channel divinity. They don't know that. So that's why you summon a large elemental, which is going to clobber you. You conjure a large intangible spirit from the things that occupied space. Choose the element spirit within its damage type. Whenever a creature you see enters the spirit's space or starts its turn within 5 feet of the spirit, you can force that creature to make a dex saving throw. If the spirit has no creature restraint. I'll save. Oh, is that like one? Yeah, it is. Yes. No, I think that's the right one. Hold on. Let me just check. Because it turns out there's several conjure elemental spells. Conjure, conjure elemental. Conjuration. Conjuration. Oh, that's the legacy one. Okay, so this is the correct one. Um, okay. So anything within 5 feet of it must. Oh, that's weird. That doesn't behave like it used to. Now it just works like what? That's shit. Conjure elementals is just basically cloud of daggers. Yeah. It's it yeah. It's just basically cloud of daggers now. That's stupid. I don't even think I can move it. No, you can't hurt it. Yeah. It doesn't. No, it doesn't even do anything. You conjure a large intangible spirit from the elemental planes that appears in an unoccupied space within range. Choose the spirit's element. Choose the damage type. Whenever a creature you see enters the spirit's space or starts its turn within 5 feet of the spirit, you can force that creature to make a dex saving throw. If that spirit has no creature restrained, on a failed save, the target takes 8d8 of the spirit's type, and the target has the restrain condition until the spell ends. At the start of each of its turns, the restrained target repeats the save. On a failed save, the target takes 4d8 of the spirit's type. On a successful save, the target is restrained by the spirit. But that's not an elemental. That's not what people think of as an elemental. That's that's just conjured freaking daggers again. That is just freaking stupid. Because normally, well, it's because the old version was different. The old version, the one that I actually based this on, um, it could attack and could do things. You call forth an elemental servant, choose the area that the elemental had a challenge rating of 5 or lower appropriate to the area. Um, the elemental is friendly to you and your companions. If a concentration is broken, the elemental doesn't disappear. Instead, you lose control of the elemental and it turns hostile to everyone. Um, because it basically becomes an actual elemental, which is what, as I said, I wrote this character 5 years ago, so it is actually the legacy version. Can't believe they changed the new one. It's no longer an actual elemental. That's shit. Because it is just supposed to be a water elemental. Oh well, I'll retcon. I'll change the creature in when I redo it. But I'm gonna have to use the legacy version for now, so it does get to attack. It's going to attack you because it is a massive blood elemental. So I just need to add it to the combat. Oh god, I'm not doing it. If I was doing 40k, then yes. Yes. Okay. Yep, added it to the combat. Okay, so there's the water elemental. There it is. So it's going to attack, and I think it's going to miss because I think that's yeah, because you got 15, and it's going to miss again because. Okay, it's Kid Ryu's turn. Because fuck. Yes, he does. Oh no, no, he doesn't actually. It's Scarred Heart who would. You weren't getting it with Kinryu. You were getting it with Scarred Heart. None of the yellow enemies have opportunity attacks. Mm. Yeah, none of the undead that. Betrayal 5. You know nothing of Purin's works. Oh yeah, I'll zoom in. I'll zoom in for you. Yeah, that's the homunculus who's working with you. Hmm? Yeah, that's a hit. Cool. Yeah, the one that. Yeah, that hits. Hmm? It's blooded. Yeah, that hits. Yeah, yeah, that hits. And yeah, he's not doing so well. Yeah, that's the one that actually had taken the least damage. Mm, ooh. Mm, just standing. Well, just about. Okay, it's the homunculus's turn. Mhm. She is going to. Okay, she's going to use. Oh, this. Yeah, this is. She's going to use dissonant whispers on the leader. So it's got a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage. It failed. So it's going to take 4d6 psychic damage and then have to run away. It takes 16 damage and then has to use its reaction. Well, it's taking 16 damage, so it gets its reaction back. Snow whispers. 3d6 psychic damage and must immediately use your action to run away as far as possible using the safest route. So, so he's legging it for the staircase. Okay, that's the end of her turn. Brandy's turn. Hmm? Yeah, 10 feet. No, because the guy shut the door. Yeah, yeah, that's a hit. Okay, it's Fang's turn. Yeah, 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 that's a hit. Oh no, no, sorry, that's not a hit. Sorry, their AC 16. I was getting it muddled up with one of the others. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, that hits. Yeah, he's just hanging on. Oh, I say just hanging on. Got less than. Okay. Okay, now it's Ryoko's turn. Yeah. Yeah, that's a hit. Yeah, that finishes them off. Yeah, moved her in a maximum. No, the doors are shut. Okay, it's Charleston Riz's turn. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A very damaged vampire spawn. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that hits. What was it? 13. Yeah, that kills the target. Yeah, that's right. Okay, Skibbity's turn. Yes. Okay, okay, he's used 40 there. I was just putting him in the next room. Okay. Well, it's Jacob's turn after that. Sorry, I moved it in. Yeah, you're through. Okay. Well, I think that's all you can do, isn't it? Okay, so we're back up to Bernadette. Yeah, you just Skibbity opened it. Um, yes. Um, yes, but it would get cover. Well, it would get half cover from Kinryu. Yeah, that hits. Only gave it a +2. Okay, that's the yeah, that's that vampire spawn. So yeah, yeah. It's dead. Its speed was reduced to 0. Okay. Um, Soldiers are all dead. Uh, Vampire spawn's dead. Okay, so it's Sherry's turn. Yeah. Mm, okay. That hits. Mm, yeah. Yeah, that hits. Mm, yeah, that's all right. Okay. The um. Why did you roll with Brandy instead of Sherry? Same stat. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it then. Okay. The leader can't do anything because their leader is still. Oh no, the leader is um not affected by it anymore, and um, can act normally again. Um. See, now you've said that, I'm very tempted to do that because okay, it just shows how freaking broken Roll20 is. The fact, well, no, that the freaking encounter builder is so utterly broken now because it reckons this is a deadly encounter, and yeah, it's like no, no, you've got this one easy. Okay. As I said, he doesn't help the fact that I designed these NPCs for the mid part of our first campaign, and it is showing. Um, they are going to need some upgrades. Yeah, because these are the Phantom versions, they are undead. If they weren't undead, yeah, yeah, you wouldn't have been able to mitigate them quite so well. Um, okay, he's gonna. Okay, yes, the homunculus did. Um, okay, it can't really. Okay, it's gonna chuck its spear at Scarred Heart because he's like stood by the end of the. Yeah, so living fire spear. He's going to use his two of his attacks on this, and then use blood fire. So assuming you don't get burning blood anyway. Okay, so living fire spear thrown. So 17 to hit. Uh, yeah, you can get me to re-roll it, but as I said, he only rolled a 10, so he gets a +7. So he didn't really get like a nat 20. Okay, so that's well, you're taking 14 fire damage and 4 additional fire damage, and you need to roll me a con save. Yes, that is a fail, which means at the start of your turns from now and for the next minute, so basically for the next 10 rounds, of which are on round 3, you take 1d6 fire damage every turn. That was his first attack. This is his second. He's going to miss. Because of course he fricking misses. Because they always miss. Okay. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw? Yes. Ah, yes. 17 damage. Give me some freaking pain. You've messed up my whole strategy. Okay. Apanak is still discovering the taste of this delicious French roast that he seems to have invented. I wonder what this dwarf eager actually is. Hmm. He's become a philosopher. Okay, Jack, it's your turn. So before you do anything, roll what you take 1d6 damage. So you take 3 damage. Yeah, which means at the start of your next turn, you roll the death save. Yes. No, that happens at the start of his turn. But the problem is, death saves happen at the start of your turn. No. Mm, that's the problem with it happening at the start of your turn. It's like burning heart. Okay. And it's Blood Mage. Well, Blood Mage B. Blood Mage B, one of the ones that has actually been released from the damage. Um, yes, because Blood Mage B was the one who scarpered out of the way. So Blood Mage, Baby Ray. Okay. It can't do anything that involves. It can't do anything that requires a. Um, actually, I think I'll just have him. Uh, there's nothing really B can do from its hiding spot. Cinder, vampiric touch. No, because it's using concentration. There's nothing really it can do. Blood Mage C can use something very unpleasant and try and get some health back. Talking about desperation. And it's going to use Blood Feast. The Blood Mage drains life giving blood from nearby creatures. Each creature within 20 feet of the Blood Mage must succeed a DC 15 con save. Yeah, this is going to hurt. And it also involves its allies as well. Um, so that's the other mage who's going to be rolling at disadvantage. So he's probably going to die from this. Oh, bloody hell. No, D. D who's con save. Disadvantage. Okay. Well, he's failed it. Okay, so everything within 20 feet of the one I'm just going to mark. So anything in that, give me a con save. No, he cancels automatically failing and will take the damage. Um, but he won't be the highest. He'll just take a one death. Um, okay, so 17. So you succeeded, so you'll only take half. Okay, so the maid con save. She succeeded, so she's only taking half. It failed, so it's taking all of it. And Kinryu, on save, please. Yep, and the water elemental, so I'll do that. No, you're taking it as well. And I just need to find the water elemental because it's taking it too. It succeeded, so it's only taking half. So it's taking half, and I think it was Riz is taking half. Okay, this is when I tell you how much it is. It's 10d6 necrotic. 42 damage. Yes. But yeah. And it gains temporary hit points equal to the highest single amount of necrotic damage dealt. So because Kinryu took the full 42, it gains back 42 health. Water Elemental doesn't actually have any blood, so it doesn't take any damage. The Mahunculus doesn't have any blood, so it doesn't take any damage. And oh yeah, the leader's out of the way. And the other mage is most certainly dead. It bled him dry. Um, mm, mm, okay, have a back nearby. Oh, I do. You didn't. It was my chair. There we go. Wolfie's back. What's left of it? Chair. Yeah, because it was the chair. It's the thing I sit on. Okay. Um, okay, after the blood mages, it's the constructs, so it's the elemental. There's a repeating sharp noise. There's a repeating noise with my sound. Can't say I've heard it. Repeating sharp noise when you speak. Oh, it's probably the voice, the audio, the voice mod. I mean, I've just got to remove that thing again. It's blinking useless. Um, okay. I don't like doing this because this is just being cheap. So very, very cheap. Okay. The elemental is going to basically submerge you inside it so that so people can't get to you. So it's basically whelming you. So you're restrained within the water elemental. It's gonna hit Kinryu. It's an 18 to hit. Okay, so I'll re-roll it. Dirty 20, 9 damage, and you're knocked prone. Okay, so you're gonna reduce it by one. Okay, you're still knocked prone. We can't hear you. You're cutting out. Yeah, but you're still then not prone. You get the reaction, but as I said, yeah, of course, that's what I was letting you do. Yes. It's because it basically gets the effect because you're a medium or smaller creature. Okay, and oh, I get advantage. So I'll roll the second time. Dirty 21. Yeah, it's got 2 attacks. It's another 16 damage. And it's your turn. Yeah, yeah, no, no. Yeah, that hits. Yeah, yes, okay. Homunculus's turn. Okay, she's used all her big spells. She hasn't actually got that many. Um, okay, she's going to hex the elemental. There's 4 damage, so it's now hexed. Not a huge amount she can do to it. That's the end of her turn. It's Brandy's turn. The league. No, that's not the league guy. Well, that's just one of the other mages. That's the one who healed himself. Yeah. The 15-foot water elemental was kind of in the way. So yeah, he would have cover from that. No, you're on the floor. He can't hit you. Yeah, that hits. Yeah, it's making the difference. Poison damage. Yeah, Bang's turn. Yeah, that's 20, yeah, you can get to there. Yeah, yeah, it's a miss, unfortunately. Um, don't, yeah, it's more damage. Um, hold on, I'm just finding it. It's not got a massive AC. Yeah, you got it. You didn't on the first one, but you got it on the second. Yeah, yeah, it's added. It gets added on. It gets added on automatically when you click rage mode. Yeah, that's up. Yeah, no. Once when you're in combat, you stay enraged. Yeah. Mm. Attack or are attacked. you're not carrying any weapons. Yeah, yeah, but you can't hold it. Okay, it's Ryoko's turn. Yeah, yeah. You need 21 to hit. Mm, This is why I hate freaking D&D Beyond. You try and do a search for stuff like that, and it doesn't come up. Mm. Where does banishing shot come from? Oh, that's how it can succeed because it only has a DC of 10. They freaking managed it. Right on the money. Mm, mm. Okay. Okay. It's okay. It's it's Charleston Riz's turn. No, you just heal the creature because you don't have line of sight of him. Mm, okay. Well, as I said, the problem is he's submerged inside it. Yeah, because it wouldn't have, and it wouldn't have come back. because it's not from well. Oh no, no. Banishing shot doesn't have that effect. That's just banishment. I forgot that for a second. It still comes back. Yeah, it's because I keep thinking, and you wouldn't want it to disappear. You wouldn't want it to disappear in with yeah, yeah. No, no, there isn't any near you. Yeah, that's the other thing as well. You'd have to actually like stick your like jump inside it if you. Yeah, like I don't think you can cast on something inside something else. It's like when someone's been swallowed. Mm. Okay, Skibbity. Yeah, try it. Yeah, that hits. Not like your teeth are gonna break. You're okay. Okay, it's Jacob's turn. Yeah. Okay. So what are you gonna do? Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, no one moved you. How far back did you want to go? Um, yeah, yeah, a bit of distance. And also, you don't want to go too far backwards towards the entrance because otherwise, um, um, Riz wouldn't have been able to reach you to do the heal. Yeah. Mm. Well, it's Bernadette's turn. Do you want me to move her up so she's got a better shot? Yeah. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. That hits. Yeah. Okay. Looks like it's up to your only chance of rescue now is Sherry. Because if they can kill it, you've got a 50-50 shot of survival. If they can't kill it, you're definitely dead. Unfortunately, because you'll succumb to the water. Well, as I said, he's only changing it from 100% to 50%. It will then come down to a D20 because you're going to take the fire damage from your burning heart, from your burning blood anyway. So you're going to take that damage anyway. That's a miss. You just rolled with him. You just rolled with advantage. It looks like you did because you got 3 plus 10. Oh no, no, no. That's your normal roll. Because didn't you use the other attack with Ryoko the last time? Yeah, for you. Yeah, it's only for you, and that's on the short bow because the long bow is the speed reduced. Nice. Oh yeah, you had to. It was on 3 health, and that should be enough to. Oh, you basically explode it like one of those water creatures in um oh Fantasy Star Online. Just like a balloon. No, it is dead. It may not help though. Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's the end of Sherry's turn. So okay, it's the blood leader. Um okay, he's gonna throw his a spear at Sherry and miss. He's back to this. Gonna try it again and again miss. Freaking hell. And again miss. He's got 4 attacks. Oh, he's got hit on that one. Now 13 fire damage plus another 4 fire damage. And um, she needs to take a con save. That is. So she's not. Okay, Apanak is just reading a book now because he's an ass. Okay, we're at the start of Scarred Heart's turn. This is where it gets awkward. Okay, right. So at the start of his turn, which one do you want to do first? Do you want to do your death save first, or do you want to take your fire damage first? Okay, so you roll your d20. If you get over 10, you succeed. If you get under 10, you fail. You succeed. You take damage though, so you fail one. So you're on 2 fails and 1 succeed. Okay. At the end of your turn, oh no, you can't do that because you automatically fail saving throws because you're on death saves. Okay, so it is the mage's turn. So Mage B, the one who's over in the corner, who was the one who conjured the elemental. Okay, he no longer has to concentrate on the elemental. Okay, he's going to use. Okay, he's got 3 slots of these. He could reconjure the elemental. I think that we'd use the black tentacles. 20-foot square on ground you can see in range. Yeah, because you want to try and escape. Okay, so yeah, he's casting black tentacles. Squirming ebony tentacles fill a 20-foot square on the ground you can see within range. For these durations, these tentacles turn the ground into difficult terrain. When a creature enters the affected area for the first time, on a turn or starts its turn there, the creature must succeed on a dex saving throw or take 3d6 bludgeoning and be restrained by the tentacles until the spell ends. A creature that starts its turn in the area and is already restrained by the tentacles takes 3d6 bludgeoning. A creature restrained by the tentacles can use its action to make a strength or dex check, its choice, against your spell save. On a success, it frees itself. Okay, that's the first one. That's the first death mage. I feel really cheap doing this. Okay, is this ability recharged? Shit, it is. Yeah, I'm gonna. This is gonna basically be the last turn for today. Well, the last. Okay, his blood feast is recharged, so he's gonna try and heal himself again, using that ability you used before. Sorry, Jack, because it is gonna kill you. He's gonna basically anything within 20 feet is gonna have to take a DC 15 saving throw. You're gonna take the damage anyway because you're gonna fail automatically. So yeah, you're gonna die. Sorry, Jack. Yeah, and they're down to the last couple, so they're pulling out all the stops because you've taken down all their guards and So can I take a con save from everyone in 20 feet? So, oh, no, got to change it to a circle. The problem with the square ones, they're always a pain. So it's going to be Sherry, Scarred Heart. Well, Scarred Heart's not going to get. It's going to be Sherry, Fang, Skibbity, Kinryu's out of it. Riz, yeah, Skibbity, Riz, Sherry, and Fang. Yes, yeah, you succeeded. Fang's failed. That's a pass. Yeah, failed. Okay, so that's 32 damage. Yeah, fortunately, I actually weakened it because it got more temporary hit points the first time, so it only took less temporary hit points then. It actually weakened itself. But that's where we're going to end things for tonight with our first fatality of the campaign. And Scarred Heart goes to be with Purin. Although technically she could resurrect him. Yeah. Turned into hentai. So we'll leave it there for today. I'd like to thank our players. We've gone over by an hour, but we'll be back next week. No FF4 tomorrow, unless I feel like it after work, which is unlikely. Um, might do it on Friday. Don't know. Back on maybe Monday morning if we don't end up watching WrestleMania. So possibly back on Monday morning with I want to speak to your manager and Bum Simulator. Um, Tuesday it's Open TTD and the 300-year challenge, and Fuck the Air in the evening. So I'd like to thank our players and say, yeah, and everyone take a moment for Scarred Heart. You live He died the way he lived. Good night, everyone. No, he kept the faith. He kept his faith. That's the thing.